Shit.
Put your hands up. You're under arrest for robbery. What the hell?
Put the weapon down, or I will be forced to rain fire.
Come on, then do it. You won't do it, will ya? No, you won't. Why don't you put your weapons down, eh? Because if you don't, I will. And I assure you, I will not give you an ounce of mercy. I see. Well, remember one thing. This was your choice.
So you're the one he speaks about, the Flash.
A lot of people talk about me, pal. You mind being a bit more specific?
And my win now, as promised, boys. Come on, pay up.
Forget it. I'm not paying you shit.
You made a deal. You're gonna pay up.
I said forget it. Why don't you get off my ass, you Aussie?
Come here, you piece of...
Hey. Calm down, you two. Let's not start any problems, alright? We were brought to take down the Flash, not ourselves. You two, go. Now. I need to have a little chat with someone, please, gentlemen. So, you've joined the hippies.
Fuck you.
Mick, what the hell are you wearing?
A little something from Zoom. Said it could help with the fires, and oh boy did it help. This baby's a keeper.
Right. About the guy. I don't know how I feel about him. Do you?
What do you mean?
I refer to how he's making us do things. We don't work like this, Mick. We have a code. Always do things properly. Even if we're killing a guy, we always do it right. We don't just cause mayhem for no reason. We do this because we have to.
We are doing this because we have to. Once the people see what he truly is, he won't be speeding around these streets, and we'll be able to do what we need to do. We'll be able to support those who need us. Soon they'll see him as just a man in a scarlet costume. Shit. That was a warm-up.
I don't like this. It doesn't feel right. I'm not saying I don't trust what he's telling us to do. Hell, we're making twice the money we had with his insight. I swear, it's like he knows where the cops are gonna be before they get there or something. Do you really believe he's helping us? No, Mick, he's playing us. We're just pawns on his chessboard. Maybe you're right, yes. Maybe life will be a bit easier, but if I'm being honest, I don't like getting played. Do you, Mick?
No, Leo. I don't like getting played.
Then why are we still here? If we know the stuff we're getting into, then why are we letting ourselves?
Because he's giving us a chance. A chance to be something greater. Someone greater. And I don't know about you, Leo, but I like to take advantage of chances. They give us an opportunity at a better way of life. One that stands tall and mighty compared to scrabbling with the fuzz for money. We may be pawns right now, Leo, but you never know. We could become knights. We could be seated at his right side.
Iris?
Linda!
What's going on? I walk in and all I see is a zoo. Is something wrong?
Well, have you not heard? There was a major crime wave last night around the outskirts of the city. People are saying it'll start nearing us. According to some of the people around the area, there were criminals rumbling on 15th and Glenside.
Does anybody know how this revolt started, or at least the ones involved?
No, unfortunately not. It's like the criminals had had enough of the city's treatment. It came as a surprise to the people around. They had never experienced such a mass of chaos.
I'd imagine. Nothing like this has ever happened here in Central City. It's a simple town, not one of superpowered individuals and people who can run at the speed of light.
Oh, about that. The Crimson Comet decided to show up once more. Apparently trying to stop a petty bank robbery. Really digging the bottom of the barrel this time, isn't he?
So now he thinks he can just come running back into our lives right after murdering the mayor? Just like that? Yeah, sure. I'm not writing about him, Iris. This whole story barely has anything to do with him. In fact, I don't even think he showed up.
Linda, it's what the people want to read about. Scarlet Speedster gone rogue.
Everything's always about him. Can you honestly remember a week where he wasn't in the papers? It's been a year. Being a reporter has been my dream, really, but... Never mind. Forget it.
No, what is it?
I didn't sign up to worship the Flash.
Say, how's my brother doing?
Oh, Wally? Oh yeah, he's good.
Nothing bumpy going on with you two?
No, nothing at all.
I know, Wally. That's a lie.
What? No, it's just that... I feel like he's doing things behind my back. I mean, sometimes he'll come home from work and he's injured or bruised, and I worry for him.
You too? Yeah, I could have sworn I saw him with a bruise on his forehead once, but he had told me it was a scooter accident.
A scooter?
If you want, Linda, I can talk to him for you. I'm his older sister, and let me just tell you, Wally's not the best at lying. I'll crack him in a jiffy.
Yeah, he's one of the worst liars out there, I'll give you that.
West. Hey, those reports on the Flash turned into my desk by the end of the day.
You've got it. Well, I'd suggest we both get to work on this crime wave. We wouldn't want to keep the city waiting.
West.
Oh, Detective Singh. What brings you here?
Just checking up on how the mayor's case is doing.
It's, doing pretty well. I'm just trying to understand the mayor's cause of death and all.
That's what this job is usually all about, understanding. You have to make sure each dot is adding up. You make one step in the wrong direction, and the whole thing could collapse like bricks off a building. Be careful with this case, West. Don't do more than you're capable of doing.
I'll make sure of it, Detective.
Something wrong?
It just doesn't seem to make that much sense.
What doesn't make sense?
The mayor had bruises on his chest, but the only way he could have gotten that many bruises is if his attacker had been running at a speed of 7,000 miles per hour, or they had the force of a gorilla, which I doubt.
So are we talking about the Flash here?
No, the Flash is slower, only coming in about speed of 500 miles per hour.
How do you know this, West?
I've taken my, let's say, fair share of estimations while in the streets.
So you're saying it wasn't the Flash?
Well, yes, but it was definitely someone with his type of abilities, if you will.
So there's more of these speed freaks? How is that even possible?
Detective Singh, don't mind my tone, but did you forget we live in a world where the Man of Steel and a guy who lurks in the night wearing a bat costume exist? In our world, another speed freak wouldn't be too far-fetched.
Wally, I think that sometimes you just have to accept that not all people are what they perceive to be, even if it is a hero.
But if this is not a speedster, then we're putting the blame on the wrong guy.
Wally, I will not argue with you anymore. Unless you have physical proof that this wasn't the Flash, he will be charged for his crimes.
What'll it be?
I think I'll have a martini. And one for my friend over here.
Thanks, but I'm fine.
Don't thank me. The name's James. James Jesse.
Leonard Snart, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Say, what's a criminal such as yourself doing in a dump like this? My apologies. You know you have business, Snart, with Zoom and all.
And how do you know about that, eh? And why is it any of your business?
I was there too. After all, I do have a bone to pick with the Flash, Scarlet Speedster, or whatever it is that they call him. And I know you have a bone to pick with him as well, don't you, Mr. Snart? You see, you started robbing banks, jewelry stores, and whatnot. You were one of the toughest and roughest in the game. But as soon as the Flash stepped in, the entire board changed. You couldn't go a day without being caught by him.
What are you saying?
I'm saying we have to adapt. We keep our same ways from before and we'll end up dead on the street. We must adapt, and now, our savior has given us a chance to do things differently. Zoom has given us that chance.
Say, you seem familiar. Have I seen you before?
Well, I've been on the news here and there, and had a few run-ins with the Speedster myself. I guess you could say I'm a celebrity, huh? They call me the Trickster.
Iris, what are you doing here?
Well, Linda told me you were up to some of your shenanigans. Coming home late, with bruises and scars. Wally, what have you been up to while I've been away? You can't even take care of yourself.
You don't have to come to my office just to scold me. I'm an adult. I can deal with my own problems.
Can you? Because from what I've heard, you can't. You're worrying Linda, and now you're worrying me.
Look, you don't have to be, alright? I'm fine.
Damn it, Wally! You can't just act like this. I know you're doing something in secret that isn't right, and you have to stop. Because whatever it is, it's hurting you and Linda.
I'm sorry, Iris. But I can't stop. And if you know what I'm doing, you wouldn't want me to either. So I'm sorry if what I'm doing is worrying to you and to Linda, but what I'm doing is for the greater good of this city.
The city? What's that got to do with anything? Even then, what about the greater good of you?
To me, that matters less than my duties.
Oh, Wally. I didn't think you'd be coming in to visit today. What's up?
Dr. Stone, listen, I wanted to know if I could get some help on a case for the CCPD.
Oh, of course. But if you don't mind me asking, which one?
It's the one on the mayor's murder. Having a tough time figuring it out back at the precinct, and I think we both know it wasn't the Flash.
Yes, of course.
I took some samples from the crime scene, and the attack seemed fast. Too fast for any normal person.
Are you saying these were attacks from a person with abilities similar to yours? How can that even be possible? You're the only one.
I'm the only one that people know of, but that doesn't mean there isn't a possibility of any others.
But how could they have even been created? What happened to you was a freak accident, pure luck.
Whoever killed the mayor must have had a hell of a lot of luck. Anyways, here's the samples. Would you take a look at it for me?
Of course. I'll see what I can find. Before I do, Wally, I wanted to talk to you about what I said yesterday. About your father.
Dr. Stone.
I wanted to apologize for how I acted yesterday. I snapped at you without reason. I'm sorry.
Dr. Stone, listen, it's fine. All right, I get it. But we need to hurry up on this case.
What case?
Oh, Dr. Zolomon. It's a pleasure seeing you. Wally, meet Hunter Zolomon, a fellow colleague of mine here at Star Labs. Hunter, this is Wally West, CSI at the CCPD.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Wally. I've heard plenty about you. You seem like a bright young man. Maybe you should come work for Star Labs. It's people like you that we need here.
Hell, if I could, I would have.
Me and Wally here were just examining these samples from the mayor's murder for his case.
Ah, I see. Well, it shouldn't take you too long to figure it out.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it was quite obvious that it was the Flash. Hell, even the news released it to the public.
I don't mean to sound rude, but the Flash is a hero, not a killer.
That's what many people may tell you, but they don't know what he's done.
I don't understand.
You want to know the reason why I'm in this wheelchair? About a year or two ago, my house was mysteriously set on fire. My family and I were caught in the destruction. The whole house came falling down on me, on my legs. Minutes passed, and the firemen couldn't do anything. The Flash didn't mind arriving until 20 minutes after the fire broke. I woke up in the hospital 2 hours later. I couldn't feel my legs. The fastest man alive, they say. Yet he wasn't fast enough to save me or my family. I don't mean to seem angry at you, I just wish to tell you the truth so that he serves the justice he rightfully should. It was a pleasure meeting you. If you want, Wally, I can take care of examining those samples. Dr. Stone here has some work to do over with Dr. Fineline.
Oh, yes, that's right. Wally, if you need anything, notify Dr. Zolomon here. He's quite the expert. I'll be out of your guys' hair. I have much work to do.
Well then, I'll see what I can find. If you have any questions, my lab is right down the hall from Dr. Stone's. Wally West, after such a long time, I finally get to meet you.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, mind my manners. My name is Zoom. You may not know me, but I know you. Quite famous in my time, actually.
What?
Never mind that. We can discuss that later. You see, Wally, you brought so much pain upon me. Destroyed me. I know the truth. You're no hero, Wally. You're just a man, merely pretending to be someone he is not. Yet, the time I was stuck in, you were one of the world's greats. A legend, but you were just a fake. A wannabe. Playing a hero amongst gods. I will not let you become the great hero you are then, no. I will make sure every being on this planet knows that you are not the hero you set yourself out to be. I will end your legacy. Do you want to know what's so funny, Wally? Is that I never imagined having you at such a low position as you are now. I've always seen myself in this position. You hovered over me. Oh, but now, I'm the one with power, and that's how it shall stay.
No.
Wally, listen to me and listen to me well. If you ever try to intervene in my plan, then I'll break you like a twig. You hear me? I will ruin you. Everything you know and cherish will disappear in an instant. So, do me a favor, will you? Stay the hell out of my way, Wally.
Wally? What the hell happened to you?
Yeah, I'm fine, Linda, alright?
No, you're not. Please, Wally, be honest with me. Tell me what you've been up to, where you're going, and do not lie to me.
Linda, I'll be fine. Okay? You don't have to be worried.
How can I not be? I mean, how can I not be worried when you come home in the middle of the night bruised up? Huh? Why don't you answer that for me, Wally? I need a breath of fresh air. I'll get you cleaned up, but I just need a moment to think.
People of Central City, it is my pleasure to introduce all of you to what I call the new era. Your city shall fall, and chaos shall reign throughout every street and every corner of this damn forsaken place. No mercy shall be received, not even to those innocent, and the legend whom you've always worshipped shall run no more. The Scarlet Speedster, which many of you idolize, shall fall to the ground as he will take his final step and end his final run. The Flash will be no more. He has no future. February 17th, 1962. Why don't you remember that day? Take some notes. You'll want it to place in your history books. The day chaos ascends upon Central City.